Okay, more action in Washington, D.C. yesterday. This is from The Hill. It says TikTok's chief operating officer blasted the House's hearing on the platform Thursday, saying that it came from a place of xenophobia. So there was a hearing on TikTok and the possibility of banning TikTok. And surprising no one, TikTok has pulled out the xenophobia accusation. Vanessa Pappas, who's the TikTok COO, wrote on Twitter, "We're committed to providing a safe, secure platform that fosters an inclusive place for our amazing, diverse communities to call home. It's a shame today's conversation felt rooted in xenophobia. Thank you to our employees who work tirelessly to protect our platform and community." Oh, yes, poor TikTok, that, multi-billion-dollar social media conglomerate is now a victim of xenophobia. TikTok CEO Shuzi Chu testified on Thursday in front of the House Committee on Energy and Commerce as a bipartisan group of lawmakers grilled him on concerns of censorship and national security regarding the platform. Representatives of the social media platform accused the hearing of being dominated by political grandstanding in a tweet on Thursday. Quote, "Our CEO came prepared to answer questions from Congress, but unfortunately the day was dominated by political grandstanding that failed to acknowledge real solutions already underway through Project Texas or to address industry-wide issues of youth safety. Also not mentioned today by members of the House Commerce Committee, the livelihoods of the 5 million businesses on TikTok or the First Amendment implications of banning a platform loved by 150 million Americans." The hearing comes after the Biden administration demanded the Chinese-owned parent company of TikTok sell its shares or risk getting banned in the United States. China said on Thursday it would resolutely oppose any forced sale of the app. So I'm not even sure what the general feeling about this hearing has been in the public. I haven't really paid attention. I read just a few reports about the hearing, and I saw some of the clips. And honestly, I'm not impressed with anyone involved in this thing. And in fact, some of what we heard there from the TikTok people is a political grandstanding. Like they're obviously not entirely wrong about that. The xenophobia stuff is ridiculous, but. There was political There's a lot of political grandstanding from the clips that I saw. There were moments like this. Watch this.
Do you agree that the Chinese government has persecuted the Uyghur population?
Well, it's deeply concerning to hear about all accounts of human rights abuse. My role here is to explain what our platform does on this.
It's a pretty easy question. Do you agree that the Chinese government has persecuted the Uyghur population?
Congressman, I'm here to describe TikTok and what we do as a platform. And as a platform, we allow our users to freely express their views on this issue and any other issue that matters to them.
Well, you didn't answer the question.
All right. He can't really answer that question because then when he goes back to China, we're never going to see him again. And that's not really, that's not relevant at all to the question of whether or not TikTok should be banned in the United States. It's got nothing to do with it. And there were a lot of moments like that. Politicians looking for their viral moments. And these hearings, it's always that. It's like each politician is taking their turn and they have their little speech and they're looking for their moment. And there were a lot of moments of, they would ask a question and then the guy would start to answer it. There's no, yes or no question. Because they don't really want an answer. What they want is an opportunity to speak themselves. And so a lot of stuff like that. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not defending TikTok. Yes, ban TikTok, okay? Ban it from the planet. Shoot it into the sun, as far as I'm concerned. Sounds good to me. I'm on board for that. I guess just call me cynical here. I don't believe anything will actually happen. I don't believe that. Hope I'm proven wrong. I don't think they're actually going to do anything. I don't think they're going to ban TikTok. I think this is just that's all it is, an opportunity for this kind of showmanship. And I've seen way too many of these hearings where politicians take turns, Republicans in particular. Democrats do it too, but it annoys me more with Republicans because, they're pretending that they're going to do something I actually want them to do, and then they don't do it. But I've seen too many of these hearings where politicians take turns, putting their foot down and standing up for the American people. And you got these great moments and they go viral. Look at what he said. And then nothing happens. Nothing happens after that. And I get the same sense here, but hopefully I'm wrong. But there's another point too. that much of the hearing was centered around issues of national security, issues of, there were a lot of questions about, does TikTok, how much access does it have to personal information of its users? How much information is it does it keep a database of that information, all that kind of stuff? And some of TikTok's defenders in this country have pointed out that, Facebook does that, Twitter does that, all these platforms do that. They're all like spying on us and saving our information and selling our information and doing God knows what else with it. And that's true. It's like every platform does that. It's a greater issue with TikTok because TikTok is also a spy app, really, for the Chinese government, and that's the problem. But as far as I'm concerned, that is not the primary problem with TikTok. I mean, the national security concerns are a major concern, but for me, that's not why I want to ban it. I want to ban it because the app is terrible for kids. That's what I care about. Okay? Even if they were able to hypothetically prove that this isn't being used by the Chinese government to spy on us and all that stuff is above board and everything's fine there. I mean, they could never prove that, but hypothetically, if they did, I would still want to ban it because that's not my main issue with it. My main issue, again, is the effect it has on kids. TikTok is putting the spying stuff aside. TikTok is a psyop by the communist Chinese to make our kids stupid and distracted. We've talked before about, TikTok in China is very different from TikTok here. The TikTok in China, kids are exposed to educational videos and stuff like that. Here, it's not like that. It's just nothing but stupidity and filth and loud noises and all of bright lights to distract them and just make kids dumber and more desperate for stimulation. TikTok is not, all social media does that to kids, and all social media is bad for kids. But TikTok is especially bad, just the way that it's set up. And it's also, one of the most popular apps for kids. So it's hurting our kids, and that should be enough of a reason. There's this idea that we need more of a reason than that. We need to be able to say more about, it's very bad for kids. So I can say that, and then the response is, well, what else though? Why else should we ban it? What do you mean, why else? Why is that not enough? That should be enough. Okay? If there were actual constitutional rights in play here or at jeopardy, then, it's not always good enough to just say, think of the kids, but there isn't. What rights are on the line? You ban TikTok, whose rights are you infringing on? You're not infringing on the rights of anyone who uses the app. There's no constitutional right to use TikTok. And there are a million other social media apps out there. So whose rights are being infringed on? What, the Chinese company of TikTok? Is that who we're infringing on? The Chinese, whatever it is, ByteDance, so the Chinese parent company, we're infringing on their right? What right is that? Do they have a constitutional right to create this app that's used in America by American kids? So no, there are no rights at stake here. And so then it really becomes a pretty simple, to me, it's not very complicated. It becomes a really simple question. Is this hurting kids? Is it detrimental to the well-being of children? Yes, is the answer. And so, yes, let's ban it. It won't hurt society. What TikTok is banned. In what way is society harmed by that? Let's say we ban TikTok tomorrow. 5 years from now, what are the negative consequences of us not having TikTok? And that'll do it for this portion of shows. And move over to the members block. You can become a member today by using code Walsh at checkout for 2 months free on all annual plans. Hope to see you there. If not, talk to you on Monday. Godspeed.